Hello Enid, I am Diana Hernandez, Communication Assistant for the City of Enid. With me is Assistant City Manager Scott Morris. Hello Scott, thank you for being on. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be on.
All right, we're gonna jump into some exciting updates. First one on the list is the skate park. Now tell me, have we started construction on that already?
Spawn Ranch should be out here this week, starting construction. I believe they were already out here last week and started to get their permit, get things underway. They will start construction on this, and hopefully by December 4th, Enid will have a very top-notch skate park. It is going to be located right in between Randolph and Broadway, right along 5th Street. It's going to be good location. Haskins Park is just another block to the south. There's restrooms right there. Mm-hmm. It's right there along Broadway where our walking trail is, and so it's just right in the middle of everything. If you try to drive down there and look at this location right now, there is a lot of road construction still going on
right.
Randolph.
Right.
The diagonal portion of the concrete that you see in that picture there actually has a stormwater drainage going underneath it, and the intersection on Randolph and on Broadway are being rebuilt for that stormwater drainage. But that is where it's going to be. It's going to be a very exciting project. Hopefully there won't be any weather delays and we can get it done maybe even sooner than December 4th.
Now for this specific project, I know a lot of people have expressed some concerns that not a lot of projects are done on the east side. Now the skate rink is on the east side of Van Buren, correct?
Yes, the new skate park, 5th and Randolph, and also the street repairs that are going on right there. I mean, there may be a total of $1.5 million being done in that 2-block area right there. So that's going to be an exciting thing to see when it gets finished. I know there's a lot of people looking forward to getting their skateboards and their bikes and scooters and whatever you want to get on the skate park. People are ready for it.
I know, that's really exciting. I remember when that was going through the whole process of the commission meeting, a lot of skaters that came out and supported it and kind of helped even the vision of it. So it's really exciting. We do have a lot of skaters who are really excited about that. That
is true. There were a lot of local skateboard people that gave their input on it, and the designer, you know, they went back and forth and had several meetings, and we had a lot of input from local people that said, you know, if you want to put this thing in there and take that one out, we would like it better. And so that's been a great collaboration between our community and the developer to give us a product that fits Enid well, and it should be really nice. Looking forward to it.
I agree. Yeah. Now, another really exciting project coming to Enid is the ice skating rink. Now, when will that come to Enid?
That's going to happen around November the 20th and should last through the end of the year. Now, downtown Enid, Natalie's been working really hard on getting this set up. She's been working with a lot of different people. I think Jiffy Trip is going to be the title sponsor for that. It takes a lot of coordination and a lot of money to try to figure out how to do a project like this. So this is going to be a temporary ice skating rink that will be set up just south of the Stride Bank Center, and actually in the parking lot just to the west of Cafe Garcia. And that's where it's going to be. It's going to be a fantastic ice skating rink. You can come and enjoy with your family. There'll be vendors where you can, you know, get some hot chocolate or some coffee and sit and do ice skating and sit down and have something to eat. And it ought to be a great community thing, especially this winter. When Enid Lights Up the Plains happens, they're hoping to have that done before then, so that can be an amazing thing. And then throughout the rest of the holidays and Christmas, they should have that up and ready to go. That should be exciting for our community, and hopefully that will turn into something that's recurring every year after that.
That's really neat. I know that I'm excited for that specific thing. Now, are you a jogger?
I'm not so much a jogger. I love to bike.
You like to bike?
I will jog if I have to, but I'd rather bike.
Well, I'm a jogger, and this morning we were on the jogging trails and we were talking to Mark Ham and about the lights out on the jogging trails. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, actually, OG&E is they actually heard some complaints from citizens, and they decided that, hey, the Enid walking trail, we're going to update it with some new LED lights to make it a little brighter. So hopefully if you're still out on the trail on your way home, hopefully, as the darkness is approaching, you'll have a little better lighting. I'm not sure those trails were really designed for you to do all of your walking and recreational activities in the middle of the night, but sometimes we get caught on a late night jog, and it gets dark on us before we realized. But they're replacing some of those lights with LED, and that's a great project for the walking trail.
That's really exciting. I know that this morning there was actually a marathon runner who was running in those jogging trails this morning. So it's really exciting that they're being used, and that this is a great collaboration between OG&E and the city of Enid, kind of bringing this all together. Now, there's also signs that the city of Enid is putting up.
Yes, I've been working with a group of other city of Enid employees, and we outsourced some design. Oh, there's one right there for Meadowlake Park, and they're going to be almost about 10 signs in different places along the trails, just saying where the trail is going, and a little inset showing you, like if you're at Meadowlake Park, maybe where a restroom is or where some parking is, different things like that. So these are going to be fantastic trail signs along the trail. I'm looking forward to them being installed. They should be installed in the next month or so. I actually did quite a bit of research and rode my bicycle out on Lake Hefner and out on Oklahoma City over by the canals along that river there, and looked at all of the trail signage down in the Oklahoma City area. And I believe that the product that we've come up with for the Enid trails far outmatches what I've seen on the trails, even in Oklahoma City and places like that. So these are going to be nice signs put up that we are doing in-house, that are actually fairly inexpensive, and will make these trails even better than they already are. So looking forward to that. It's going to make them look sharp.
Yeah. Now, Frisbee golf at Meadowlake Park. Tell me about that.
Yes, I'm not sure how it was. I have to get the story, but somebody has approached our Parks and Rec supervisor, Corey Buller, and come up with an idea to get some Frisbee golf at Meadowlake. And so on the west side of Meadowlake North, we have a new dog park that's over there. It's close to that water tower. And in that area, they're putting an 18-hole Frisbee golf course. And they've already installed, I think, 9 of the Frisbee buckets. And I think today and the next day they're putting in the other 9. And so hopefully very soon those will be done and ready for Frisbee golf play. So more things. That is a growing sport. I have a friend in Houston who's ranked, and he loves to do Frisbee golf. And people will travel to come play Frisbee golf. And so there is a course set up at NOC, but now we'll have an additional course here at Meadowlake on the north side. So looking forward to that.
Now, I'm fairly new to Frisbee golf, so I'm really excited to learn something new this year before the year is over.
Yes.
So should be interesting. All right. Now, let's go into the Ward 3 cleanup. So that's really exciting. It's beautifying Enid. It's something that the Commissioner Norwood had presented and kind of was the initiator of pushing this through. Can you give us details on that?
Sure. Last year we spent quite a bit of time in Ward 2 cleaning up that area, and a lot of resources. There was a lot of man hours and equipment put into cleaning up Ward 2, and so we're moving on to Ward 3. And every Monday in October, you're invited to put something out on your curb if you're in Ward 3, and throughout the month, solid waste will be coming out and picking everything up in Ward 3 for free, just during October. In November, we'll be working on Ward 4, and then we're going to take a break in December and January, and then in February, we'll get back to it, starting with Ward 5. So this is an exciting time for people to get things cleaned up. Of course, with the way solid waste has been, we've been doing cleanup all year long, because we have an amazing program where for a minimum fee of $20, you can all year long put something out on the curb and we'll come pick it up. And so I would encourage people, as they have a pile, to call it in and get it taken care of. But if you happen to be in Ward 3, you got October for free. So clean out your yard, clean out anything that needs to be cleaned up so we can beautify the neighborhood.
I agree. That's exciting. Okay, now HR is hiring for many positions here in the city of Enid, and a lot of these positions have been vacant for quite some time. So if there are individuals who are looking for a employment, the city of Enid is hiring at this time. Now, what are the positions? Do you
Let's see here. We've got, looks like we've got a recreation and facilities attendant, a police civilian and building maintenance attendant, 911 call taker dispatcher, a field operator, and a grants coordinator. And there are other jobs in addition to that, I believe, that we have over at our service center that we may not have listed there, but we do have some temporary positions that are also available. Mm-hmm. And so if anyone is interested in some of those, I would contact our HR department, and we'll see what we can do to get you back to work.
Awesome. Now, for the upcoming commission meeting, well, actually, for tomorrow, it was canceled. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes. We normally have a commission meeting on the first and third Tuesdays of each month. Mm-hmm. And tomorrow should have been a council meeting. This meeting has been canceled. Sometimes we postpone them, but in this case, there is not going to be a rescheduled date for this October 6th council meeting. There is a recall hearing for Commissioner Ezell that is scheduled for the same day earlier in the morning. And since the mayor and the city clerk and the city attorney are all involved in that hearing, we just don't know when that hearing is going to be up. It could last all day long, and so rather than take chances and have to try to cancel the meeting last minute, we just push that meeting all the way off until the third Tuesday, which is October 20th. Now, on the agenda, there were no hearings, there were no special things on there that needed to happen this time. There wasn't any further conversations about Commissioner Ezell and the hearing or anything about that. So it's just regular business that was on the meeting, and we're just going to go ahead and push that to October 20th.
Now, I do have a question from a couple of viewers that are watching. They want to know an update on the Call Lake project, if there's any.
Okay, Call Lake, we have put that off to. We've hired a construction manager at risk, which is Garney Construction Company, mm-hmm. and they have a contract with us that says that in November they will be giving us a guaranteed maximum price about what that project is going to cost. Then we can move forward with the project at that point and start construction. So right now, the phase that they're in, they're working and collaborating with engineering that we've had on the project, not only the City of Enid engineers, but Garver Engineering Group out of Oklahoma City has done all of the engineering to this point on the project. Mm. And they're over 65% complete with the whole project, and they have a few phases that they're 100% done on, which Garney is using that information from the engineers to figure up their guaranteed maximum price. And so once we have that number from Garney, if it's a number that's acceptable, then sometime in November, December timeframe, we will pull the trigger, do another contract with Garney Construction, and they, by the beginning of next year, will start construction.
All right, great. Now, another question from a viewer is, you may know this and you may not, if the ice skating rink is a glice rink.
I do not know what a glice rink is, but I know it is temporary. What's happening, actually, the City of Enid is contracting out and getting some electricians to put in a new power source, because this one does require a chiller, and so they'll set up a rink, mm-hmm. and it will have a layer of water that will be frozen. That chiller is going to keep the ice going, but I don't know if it's a, what did you call it?
Glice.
A glice.
Rink.
I don't know if it's a glice rink. I think it's just a real ice rink.
Just real ice.
If there's a difference there, so.
Interesting. Yeah, I need to learn. I need to research that too. All right. I don't have any other questions, but before we close out, let's talk about public health. total confirmed cases in Garfield County, speaking 1,842, that's related, 22 recovered, 1,474, and active cases in Garfield County, 346, but in Enid, it's 313. Would you like to share anything with the viewers that are watching before we close out?
Well, we've been keeping a close eye on especially the active cases in Enid, and it seems like we've just been plateaued at that 300 number. At least we're not skyrocketing up even further up into the 400s, but you know, it would really be nice to see it come back down. I know there's still a lot of people impacted by it personally, and I know that we want to see school continue to happen, and so I just keep hoping and praying that these numbers start to come down some more, but at least they're not skyrocketing up from where they are. I really don't have any further comments on that. I mean, I guess what's doing is keeping it plateaued, what we're doing.
Correct. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
And no further questions. If you do have a question or later think of something, you can always contact the Enid Communications Department, and we'll be happy to help. If we don't have the answers, we'll reach out to someone who may. Other than that, this is the City Update, and make sure to watch us next Monday at 1:30 for another City Update. Thank you, Enid, and stay safe.